have been craving shishito peppers, specifically blistered shishito peppers, and so I decided to make some. So these are from Kroger. I washed those and then dumped them into my mixing bowl here. And I took some olive oil and just put, drizzled some on there and tossed them in here so that all the peppers are nicely coated. And I have a cast iron skillet over here that's probably on medium heat. There's no oil in it because these are coated well with oil. And again, I want that blistering effect. And so we're going to take these and dump them straight into our hot cast iron. Okay? So we're going to let those heat up, not too fast. Some recipes will tell you to do it over high heat, but the way that I'm doing this is really going to give a nice char without burning them up and cooking them too fast. And so we'll take them off in just a second. While the peppers are blistering, I'll tell you about this soy garlic sauce I made. I started with about a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Added right about a tablespoon of sesame oil, about a teaspoon or maybe a little bit more of honey, and then a good full teaspoon of Trader Joe's hot chili pepper paste, and then two cloves of garlic. And they're chopped, but they're not minced because I like the big chunks of garlic that I'm going to put on top of those peppers. And then I just whisked it all together. So let's go check on those peppers. So I'm checking on my peppers over here. They're getting nicely blistered. You hear that little popping sound? That's what you want. There's one that has a nice blister look going on. Here's a real pretty one. It's got a little bit of a darker blister on there. So I will continue to stir these. You want all of them to pop and get that blistered look. I will leave them in here until they get all blistered, and then I'm going to put them back in my mixing bowl. So these are just about where I want them. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off and put them in the bowl. I've lined it with some paper towels just to catch some of that excess olive oil. So we'll go ahead and pull all these up. That's just a beautiful color there. They're still nice, that nice bright green, but they've got that little blister effect on them as well. They're gonna look really nice on my serving tray with my sauce that I've mixed together over there. All right. Look at this little one right here. Pretty color. All right. So I'm gonna let those cool off, and I'm gonna kind of pat some more of that little olive oil off of there, and we'll get them ready to serve up with our sauce. All right, so what I've done with my sauce is dumped it into this cast iron skillet, but I turned it off and let it cool. I did not want it just blaring hot when I poured that sauce in here, but I do have it on just a simmer, and this is the sauce that I made with the soy sauce. I keep saying ginger, but it's not ginger, although ginger would probably be good in it too. With soy sauce, garlic, my pepper paste, honey, and my sesame oil. So I'm going to let this sit in here, not very long, just enough to start getting a little glaze to it and let that garlic cook just a little bit. And when it's kind of the consistency that I want, I'm going to put the peppers back in here, and then we'll be ready to plate it. All right, so I've taken the excess olive oil off of the peppers. They are so beautiful. I'm going to dump them straight into this sauce and mix all that up very well. Again, you don't want that sauce in there too long. You don't want it to start sticking to your pan. The honey is going to help form that little bit of a glaze to stick to these peppers. These are smelling so good. I wish y'all could smell this right now. All right, I'm going to turn off the heat and just let them sit there, and I'll get my plate ready. Alrighty, we are ready to plate these beauties. Got a pretty white platter here. I'm just going to scoop them up and just dump them in the middle of that platter. Oh my goodness. These are going to be so good. Y'all, they say that about 1 in 10 Shishitos are hot. They're mostly mild pepper, but I have had some hot ones in my time. So we'll see here in a second when I taste one of these if it's a hot one or not. All right, y'all, I don't want to miss any of this goodness in this skillet, so I'm gonna just scoop all this up. Now it's a little noisy. All that extra garlic I want on top of there. Ooh. Of course you can pick the pan up too, but cast iron can be a little bit heavy. And look, I'm gonna just purposely drizzle some of that around just for presentation, make it pretty, okay? One more thing, some kosher salt. All right, so we're just gonna take and just put a little bit. Okay, a little bit more. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Look at that. Blistered Shisito peppers with soy garlic sauce.